Ah, welcome traveler. Come in, take a seat and put up your feet. Today, we are diving into a game called Going Medieval, a colony sim city builder survival game, where we will be cooking up some roleplay to enhance the gameplay. This is part 3 in our multi-part series, and if you'd like to see more of this, please like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Let's get cooking. Welcome back. So, some changes that occurred since the last episode. We've gone ahead and removed this wall here completely, opening up the space so we can make use of all the terrain that's within our wooden curtain wall. In this episode, we'll be looking at trying to finish off the artificial hill here, so that we can plan on a proper position for our motte to be constructed on top, which will eventually be upgraded into a keep. Something else that's occurred is we have changed the design of the cellars here, which we'll use to preserve our food. And we've also moved the campfire and the butcher table under the roof here, just so that it's out of the harsh elements. Another dawn rises on our little settlement of Hearthguard. Things are looking good. We are on track and on schedule. Although we do need to get our food production more stable and get those stores up for the winter that is ahead. That is an absolute priority for our settlement at this time. We can also look at getting this cellar constructed in this episode and moving all of our food down below so that it can be kept in the cold and preserved properly. I think we should also be paying a little bit more attention to how we're going to have our farms in the final version of this. And perhaps we'll look at starting to place little pathways between our most busy areas, just so that our villagers, our settlers, can run a bit faster on those proper walkways instead of on the dirt. Oh, what's that over there? More people! Maud and the Rancha have joined us, and so our home of Hearthguard grows larger by the day. With more hands around, we should be able to get through all of the work in no time at all. I just hope we will be prepared for the winter. I do hope we can begin construction on some additional buildings and features for the settlement. I feel like I'm living in a box within a larger box at the moment, and I don't know for how long I can go on like this. Well, so it looks like we found another one of Doyle's diary entries. At least he's hard at work at that. The old lazy bum is sleeping over here. But he does need to find a better place to stash those. We'll have a look at that maybe in the future. Somewhere where we can at least keep an eye on things and see if he needs anything. Well, from reading his last entry, it looks like he's not too happy about the organization of the Bailey. So perhaps while they're busy building and finishing off all the other jobs, we can start looking at least laying out where we will have the most important things in the Bailey set up. I think perhaps we'll look at setting up a great hall, maybe some proper living quarters, some barracks eventually close to the entrance here for fending off raiders and bandits, some proper stables for our animals, as this little fenced off area won't do forever. Proper storage, that's very important, and with proper storage, proper workshops as well, in order to process all of the materials that we'll be finding and making it into something more useful and valuable. We can also look at setting up chapels or 2 places of worship for the Restitutionists and the Oaken Brotherhood. And we can look at slowly increasing and improving these defenses along the walls and just making things look a little bit better, just so that our settlers don't feel like they're living in essentially a run-down wooden fence. Let's jump onto this. I'm going to plan out a couple of things I think around this area, We'll mostly keep this untouched for now, unless if I can think of something that really needs to go in there. We'll layer this out, and I'll be right back. Right, so we've gone ahead here and we've just put down some blueprints for the future. You can make use of a blueprint feature in that you place it down and then you forbid that item, which will prevent your settlers from building it. But let's go through what we have set up here. So we have set up a little area here which will be future stables and enclosures for the animals. For now this will do, but eventually we're going to run out of space here and we'll move them over into here, and we have separate little enclosures for the different animals that we'll get along the way. We also have a floor area set up here for storage and for workshops that will be adjacent to those storages. These will be specific to the workshops themselves, so that our settlers don't have to travel very far to get the necessary resources. And over here we'll set up some basic sleeping quarters, just nice and close to the work areas, so again settlers do not have to travel too far when working and wanting to go to sleep in the evening. In the morning it might be a little bit more of a journey, as they'll wake up here, walk along the path that we're going to set up here, and have to go fetch food down in the cellar, and probably eat it in what we will construct over here, which will be a great hall. For now we will keep this as a basic gatehouse front entrance region, but I do want to convert this into either a great hall or a barracks in the future. We'll see as we progress along which one will be better suited. And then over here we've gone and we've just made this a little bit more natural, our hill that we're going to construct, and we've kept a geometric shape inside where we will place cellars underneath the moat and keep and what will eventually become the castle, because we don't want to end up digging them up again in the future. I think that this should be enough work for them for now. We'll keep these things on forbid so that they don't build them until we tell them to, until we really need it. But we do need to get this hill constructed, and we do need to get this cellar dug out. We have to make sure to prioritize the work as what is needed the most urgently. Right, so we are going to have to put a little bit of priority and attention into digging the cellar, because with so much digging set out to do, our settlers are not getting to what's most important. And we can't exactly go here and change the priority of this dig. So instead, what we are going to do is we're going to take one settler and we're going to forcibly dig out this area and get this done as soon as possible.
Spade in hand, the soil we break, digging deep for harvest's sake. Underneath the moon's soft glow, to the cellar down below. Stone by stone the walls we raise, through the nights and through the days. In the earth our treasure stored, safely kept forevermore. Digging down, we're digging deep, a promise that our food will keep. Built with hands and hearts aglow, our heritage down below. Candle flickers, shadows play, as we toil the earth away. Songs of old we softly sing, to the beat our shovels bring. Sweat and soil on our brow, building for the here and now. Underneath this humble sky, in the earth where secrets lie. Its bite, with the bounty locked in night. Springtime comes and we will know, rewards reap down below.
Fantastic. So we've finally dug this out. Our settlers are a little bit annoyed, but sacrifices had to be made to get this done as soon as possible. We're going to plan to eventually put in some proper flooring in here. But before that, we want to get shelves put in. So we're going to build one shelf, customize it to take a certain amount of goods, and then we're going to copy it over so that it has that same customization, that same preference already preset, and just place copies of it around. We're then going to leave a little bit of space between so that people can move between the shelves. And we're also going to place in a door. We'll place it over here to keep the cold in. And hopefully they'll eventually start digging this out as well. And then we can actually look at expanding this cellar area. But we'll let them slowly construct that, and then we'll be right back. Right, so we have this constructed now. So what we want to do is we want all medicine to be placed on these shelves, all seeds. We won't worry about textiles for now though, because our textiles are being stored under a roof and on a floor, so they shouldn't deteriorate. And we want all the food stored here as well. So we're going to just take this initial layout here, and we're going to say copy, and we're going to place multiple copies of this shelf along here. So now our settlers will come in and start moving things where they are supposed to go, constructing these additional shelves as need be. And then we can go upstairs to this storage here, and we can disallow no food, no seeds, and no medicine. That should all be moving downstairs now to this. We're also going to set the priority of this for very high. We'll just have to do that manually for all the other ones. And then hopefully we can finally have this finished and sorted out. Our settlers also have a religious need that needs to be filled. I was thinking to eventually have two chapels built, one over here for the more druidic Oaken Brotherhood, and then one built over here for the restitutionists. But we will have to look at getting that need fulfilled immediately. So we'll build something temporary. Perhaps we'll set something up here or over here, just to fulfill the need for the time being until we can have a proper building built for it. So let's quickly set that up. I think what we'll do is we'll just go and just build onto this. We want a sizable room, but not too big for each. So we'll just give them about that size should be fine. We do another 3 over there, to there, and across to there. We'll just throw in some wooden floors. Simplistic door. Oops. We've messed up the door shape here, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Throw in the wall. And then we'll put on a wicker roof. Just like that. Go back down, and we go over here. So restitutionist shrine and an Oak Brethren shrine. I said Oak Brotherhood, but it's Oak Brethren. My mistake. And then we'll also go and look at putting in maybe some torches just to keep it nice. Oh, actually, we'll just put in braziers straight off the bat just to keep it warm, because this will last all the way through winter. They will still be making use of the same thing. So that should at least fulfill their need for prayer. As for the rest, well, I'm quite happy with how things are progressing here. Our apple trees are spreading quite a bit. We don't want this oak tree in between though. I'm very happy actually with this layout. Slowly progressing, it's slowly becoming more and more. And for the rest of the stuff, well, only time will tell. We can look at starting to make sure that we have enough feed and enough food for the winter. Maybe look at harvesting all of this and get some feed in for the animals as well, although we do have 2,000 hay more than 2,000 already, so that should be enough for the winter time. And I know I'm stressing about winter a little bit. It's not yet, it is still summer, but it pays off to be prepared and have everything sorted well in advance. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, as that would greatly help the channel. If you'd like to be kept updated as to new videos being released, then please hit that notification bell. If you have any feedback, suggestions, or requests, leave a comment down below and let us know. Until next time, this is Roast Temp. Keep cooking.